basket in a sun-drenched vineyard on the edge of Whistlewood Valley. There hung a cluster of grapes, so plump and purple and perfect that everyone who saw them sighed in delight. Among all those glossy grapes, there was one called Griselda, who wore a permanent frown, while her neighbors boasted smooth, round skins, sweet juices, and the promise of delicious wine or jelly. Griselda felt sour literally and in her heart. She tasted tangy, not sweet. She couldn't help it. That was how she had grown. Every time someone plucked a grape and praised how sweet the vineyard was, Griselda curled her little grape mouth downward. The breeze carried whispers. "Why so sour, Griselda?" The birds chirped politely. "You'll ripen soon," and the sun shone warmly, but Griselda stayed sour and frowned. Every dawn, Griselda watched children run among the vines, baskets in hand. They laughed when they squeezed grapes, made juice that stained elbows purple, and sang songs of harvest. Griselda sometimes wished she could join in, but she felt her sourness was something everyone avoided. The smooth grapes rolled off the vine into baskets. Griselda stayed behind, overlooked, her frown deepening. One morning, the vineyard's caretaker, old Mateo with silver hair and gentle eyes, arrived carrying a small wooden crate. He kneeled under Griselda's vine and said softly, "Even sour grapes have a place, my dear." But Griselda only whispered back, a soft, "Not really," and closed her little eyes. She believed that sourness meant uselessness. That very night, under a sky wrapped in crinkled silver stars, something magical stirred. A moonbeam slipped through the vine leaves and touched Griselda's skin. She felt a tingler, bubbling blossom, a feeling that was neither joy nor sorrow, but curiosity. She opened her eyes and saw, drifting across the night air, a small, glowing butterfly with wings made of dew and starlight. The butterfly hovered before her. Griselda sighed. "Because I'm sour, no one wants me sweet. No one picks me. I frown. I taste tangy. What good am I?" The butterfly flickered. "Sour is only one flavor. It can be sharp. Yes, but sharp can be useful. Sharp wakes people up. Sharp helps remember. Sharp gives contrast to the sweet. Without sour, everything would just be sweet, and sweetness alone can be dull." It landed gently on Griselda's skin. "Would you like a chance to show your flavors magic?" The next day was bright and golden. Children tiptoed through the vines earlier than usual. "Juicy grape juice for breakfast," they said. Griselda trembled in her vine, gathering courage. She thought, "How can I be useful?" Then she remembered the butterfly's words. A child named Mia passed by, holding baskets and humming. But Mia always avoided Griselda's vine because the grapes there were not as glossy, juicy, sweet. Mia squeezed one grape from a smooth vine. It popped. Juice spilled. She smiled. Griselda's heart fluttered. "A boo-boo," Mia exclaimed, cheeks puckered. The flavor was sharply sour, a zing that made her eyes widen. She said aloud. Other children gathered, drawn by Mia's laughter. They tasted Griselda's juice and puckered too. Then they smiled. They said, "That's fun, that's tangy, that's like lemonade." Griselda's frown softened just a bit. She felt important. The children exclaimed that Griselda could be used for something special. Not jam, not just sweet wine, but something tangy, a splash in lemonade, a dash in salad, something that needed sour to balance sweetness. Old Matteo, seeing all this, carried Griselda with care to the farmhouse kitchen. He said, "We'll make something new with you, Griselda. Something nobody imagined." He set her next to sugar, mint, water, ice, and a pitcher. The children gathered round. Matteo squeezed Griselda, mixed sour juice with sweet sugar, mint leaves, cold water, ice cubes. He stirred, and a greenish-pink shimmering liquid filled the pitcher. He called it sour mint. The children tasted, their faces scrunched up, then lit with delight. The sour and mint danced. The flavor was crisp, surprising, refreshing. Every sip made them giggle. Griselda felt warmth in her skin. She tasted purposeful. She had changed from frown to gratitude. That evening, the glowing butterfly returned. It hovered above Griselda and whispered, "You see, you were never useless. You just needed the chance to show your temps. Sometimes being different, being sour makes the sweetest magic." Griselda's frown melted fully into a small smile. Her skin still flavorful, but her spirit warmed. The vineyard's breeze seemed to carry her laughter. Birds chirped in harmony. The moonlight touched her skin as the stars reflected in the sour sweet juice in the glasses of sour mintaid across town. From that day on, children didn't avoid the sour grapes. They recognized that every grape had a place. Some were for jam, some for jelly, some for wine, but some, like Griselda, were for sparkle, for contrast, for surprise, for refreshment. And Griselda, she learned that a frown didn't mean failure. A sour taste didn't mean a problem. Sometimes, the fruit with a frown holds inside the magic of something no one saw at first. The moral: be brave enough to show your difference. You may be just the flavor someone didn't know they need.